I recently picked up the Metallica set. Here's a look at James' box. They went with the classic white Metallica logo on a black background, with what appears to be some stage lights, which is a cool little design. It's kind of interesting how they made these pops because they look like they have their current style going on and they have their current bassist Robert Trujillo, but James and Lars still have the longer hair. So it's kind of an amalgamation of past and present Metallica. It's pretty cool. I like that they decided to do that because, yeah, the longer hair is a lot cooler, especially for pops. I'm really happy that they're making more pop rocks lately. I'm going to start out with Lars Ulrich because without him, there wouldn't be a Metallica. He actually put out an ad in the paper saying he was looking for some band members, and James Hetfield answered it, and the rest is history. And I gotta say that this hair sculpt on Lars is just about perfect. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen. It really captures that little mullet that he has. And look at that paint job on the hairline. That has got to be one of the cleanest hairline paint jobs I've ever seen. Because right here, there's a lot of areas that could have been really bad, but it looks great. And yeah, he's pretty simple. All black, really. But there's some excellent detailing in some of the creases in the pants and on his shirt. And I really like that they gave him his drumsticks and the way he's holding them. Small little sculpting details like the pockets on the back of his pants. It all looks really good. But yeah, what really makes this pop is that hair sculpt. Out of the 4 Metallica pops, I think Kirk Hammett is the weakest one. It's still really cool though, but compared to the other ones, I don't think it's as nice. I think his hair should have definitely been a lot curlier. And like I said before, this is kind of more of his old style hair because recently it looks more kind of brown and it has some gray in there. And this is pretty much jet black when he was still, dyeing it jet black. But it still looks pretty cool. I just wish this was a lot curlier and looked more like his hair. Because out of the box, and like if this didn't say Metallica on here, he'd be hard to recognize. And the guitar looks cool. Although I do think that, like on the Guns N' Roses pops, the guitars are a little bit more detailed. But they still look cool. And it is really nice how they got that tiny little Metallica logo on there. I mean, that is really tiny and it's really clear. But yeah, the paint job is also very nice on this one. A lot of places where it could have gotten sloppy on the hair. And when you got so much black next to flesh colored, it is crucial to get that paint right. And yeah, it's pretty clean all around. And I'm really glad to have a pop of this guy because he is arguably one of the best guitarists of all time. And a lot of people think he is the best rock guitarist. He's technically very gifted. But yeah, I mean, it's all according to who you ask, but he is definitely one of the best. And this has got to be one of the best hair sculpts of any pop. I mean, look at that. That is instantly recognizable as James Hetfield. And it's painted really, really well. I had noticed for a while Funko was having trouble painting the tops of these sculpted mustaches. They always left them flesh color. Like if you look at this Tony Stark, you see how it's brown, his mustache, but on the top, it's flesh colored. And they were doing that for a while, but it's definitely a lot better on this James Hetfield pop because that's not glued on, that's actually sculpted. And it looks really good, super clean. And I'm really, really liking these details on him. This little wolf's head right here, it's super tiny, painted perfectly. And so are all these little details on the guitar. Looks super good. And it goes right through the hair. Sculpted really nice, really well thought out. It's even got a guitar strap. And yeah, his clothes are all black as well. He's got his classic wristbands that he wears. This is a super well done pop and instantly recognizable as him out of the box. Definitely one of my favorite pops I own now. And like James Hetfield, Robert Trujillo is also instantly recognizable out of the box, probably because of the little goatee, the hair of course is just right, and also the pattern on his tank top that he wears a lot, and his classic Converse. Definitely got his style done right. His bass guitar looks pretty good too. The paint along the strings is very clean because that is very, very tiny. The black behind it with that metallic paint on top. That could have been really sloppy, but it's done really well. And I like that they gave him a little bit browner skin. It's very slight. It's not that much browner than the other ones, but it is noticeably different. So I'm glad they didn't decide to just make them all the same color. But again, I'm sounding like a broken record, but the hairline paint is pretty flawless on these. Anybody that collects Funko will know that the hairlines are always a bit of a problem. You always have to check your pops. But I did notice that almost all of them had great hairlines and great paint jobs. I was mostly just looking for perfect boxes with these because paint jobs were nice all around. And yeah, man, this guy's a beast, and so is his son. His son's in a band called the Helmets, and he's a little kid, man. I think he looks like he's like 11, and I've actually seen them live, and they're pretty awesome. And at one point, he came out to rock out with his son, which was cool, but his son really holds his own. I can tell that he's going to be a pretty awesome musician in the future. But yeah, man, this Robert looks really cool too. Overall, I'm very happy with the Metallica Pops. It's a very well done set. Even though I think Kirk could have been done a little better, he still looks great out of the box with the rest of the band. I think my favorite, not just because he's the lead singer and one of the most famous members, but James Hetfield as a pop looks really, really funny and pretty badass even though he's a pop. And I gotta say that my second favorite is Robert because he looks so recognizable as Robert Trujillo. They really did a good job with that. And of course, Lars's hair sculpt is great. They're all pretty good, but definitely that James is my favorite. Metallica is such a great band. I'm glad I'm able to have them now in my pop collection, and I hope they make more classic bands. Like, I would really like to have The Doors as pops, Queen, and definitely Nirvana. I think they would look great. Let me know in the comments below which one your favorite Metallica pop is, what bands you would like to see immortalized as Funko Pops, or anything else you would like to say. Thanks for watching and take it easy.